Yo, and welcome to Shooting the Soil. Everybody hear me okay? Having a couple of technical difficulties. Can't get my webcam to work. So, fortunately, you guys can't see me, but at least we can see the microscope. And we got that all up and running. So, today we are looking underneath the winter cover crop that I put down. It's been looking great all winter. This bed didn't do particularly well this last year, so I'm hoping the cover crop fed the biology and put some more energy down into the soil through its root exudates and got everything going. And hoping for better grow in that bed this year. All right, so we are at 100x right now. Panning around, seeing a couple good fungal hyphae. We see some aggregates. Looks like we got an organism there. It's weird, I'm getting a lot. Let's see if another setting here. Getting a lot of noise, which usually I do not get. Not sure what's up with the noise, but nope, we're best on this mode. But anyway, let's see. Do we have our cursor capture on here? Yep, you can see my cursor, I do believe. But right there, it looks like we got an amoeba. Not too shabby. We could actually, why don't we jump into 400x, take a better look at that. Change my ISO. It's really strange. I usually do not have this much noise, but let's see what kind of picture we can get here. We want to be somewhere right about there. Well, everything's very bright now. There we go. Aha! Look, I knew I could do it. There we go. Now we could actually see what's going on down there. Sorry about the getting the microscope dialed. Takes a little bit sometimes. And now we see a ton of bacteria wiggling around there. Definitely a good amount of bacteria. And let's see what we got over here. It's kind of like plant matter, not really a fungal hyphae. Not sure if I could find that amoeba that we were looking at before, but this looks like to be some sort of fungal spore. Very clear and interesting looking. Alright, so now that we got things dialed and a little less stressed here, feel free to ask anything in the chat. I'll do my best to answer the questions. Yeah. Definitely a good amount of life in there as far as bacteria. No shortages of that. I haven't come across any fungal hyphae yet. It is very early in the season. By the way, it is the end of April here in Massachusetts. Just about time to start planting. I'm terminating that cover crop, and then I'm going to plant right into it. So the cover crop is actually a hard winter red wheatgrass that I mostly put down. Also have some hairy vetch and some just native wild clover growing in there. Does seem pretty tough to terminate. Would definitely have to tarp it. I don't think you could just crimp it. But for a small garden bed, I just come in with a hori knife, slice just beneath the soil, and it makes short work of it. Alright, let's jump back out to 100x now. Get this a bit dialed in here. Close down the light. Should probably just go dial down our light a little bit here. Alright, there we go. So we're at 100x. Seeing some pretty good aggregation. Definitely no shortage of organic matter in this soil. And now we're seeing some large clear hyphae over there. Saprophyte. Good at reducing stuff. Another large clear strain. Alright, let's see if we can find anything interesting to look at here. Where are we on the slide? Do a little scan across this way. A lot of good aggregates. See if anything else is woken up in the soil. We did just have a frost the other day. Got down to 30 here. But hoping that's our last frost. Let's see. See if we could find a nematode or anything big wiggling around in there. Doing just a scan down on the slide right now. Interesting looking, just mineral fragment over there. And we got, looks to be a fungal hyphae there. Oh, I think we got an Arcella amoeba right there. Let's jump into 400x real quick and see if that's actually an Arcella. Alright. Let's see. A little bit more light. Come on, go up ISO. There we go, get focused. Yep. We have an Arcella. This right here. Nice beneficial amoeba. See all his inners kind of right about there. Yeah, not too shabby. Good sign. Alright, we'll kind of continue scrolling down here at 400x just so we can see more of the bacteria and everything. Definitely no shortage of bacteria. But we're definitely seeing a shortage of fungal hyphae. That's definitely going to be on the list to do a mycorrhizal inoculant for this bed for sure. Since I'm not really seeing any fungal hyphae coming back. But is early. Alright. We do see a fungal spore right there. That could or could not sprout and grow some hyphae for me. Alright. Some plant matter. Oh. Pretty much just a lot of bacteria. Yeah, we definitely had a lot more fungal hyphae under the scope as of last year. But at least now we know what we need to add to this bed. Oh, there we go, we got a more amoeba. Good sign right there. Have something besides bacteria living in this bed at this point in the year. And more saprophyte strands. Yeah, I am surprised. Definitely big decrease in fungal hyphae in this bed. which was just the grass growing in there over winter, but microbiology definitely seems happy. Got a, not sure if that's a spore or somebody in a little cyst there. And right next to the fungal hyphae. Not the good ones you want to see. Very busy part of the slide, but yeah, great aggregation. Look at all these clusters. It's definitely very loose, nice looking soil. This is all organic matter right there being broken down. You can kind of see the old cell walls of whatever plant that came from. More clear saprophytic hyphae, but they're doing their job breaking down that organic matter and getting it to a reduced form so the plant can use it again. Yeah, whole lot of bacteria. Yeah, I'm gonna jump back to 100 and just do a quick little scan around. See if we can find a nematode or anything cool looking in there. Oh. Right up at the edge of the slide. That's just it drying, moving around over there. Alright. Gonna scan down and probably back up again, and then we might call it a wraps. Oops. Yep, just saprophyte fungi. There's something alive in there? Or is that just the slide? Oh. Actually, hello. That's an arthropod. There we go. The big guy. Hey there, little arthropod. Or might be a little mite. Little spider looking guy. That's pretty cool. Oh. Nice to see them in there. A couple. You don't want to see a lot of these guys. But yeah, fascinating little creature. Just down there doing his job, part of the soil food web. We'd find something floating around in there. But yeah, he's pretty cool looking. Or she. Zoom in and out. Alright, let's see if we can find anything else on this slide. Hopefully not more of them. One's plenty. Per slide anyway. Nice if we could find a nematode in there. anybody else moving? Alright, let's see. I think we can go over one more and go back up. Yeah, all my fungal hyphae's gone. But we'll get it back. Yep. Only a few strands. Got one little one right there. Thought I saw something moving, but I think that was just it moving itself. Me touching the microscope, moving the water. What do we got up here? Just the edge of the slide. Alright. Take one more scan down. Yep. More clear fungi. Could be just young fungi. Oh, and here I believe we have a rotifer. Makes sense with all the abundance of bacteria that we would find a rotifer down in here. Come on, pop on out there. These guys feed on the bacteria. Yeah, we could probably... Why don't I jump in at 400x? Let's get a closer look at the rotifer. More light. Come on. Alright, a little bit more focus. Alright, where'd you go, rotifer? Hello? Where did you go? Ah, there you are. Alright. See if we can get a good look at the rotifer here. He opens up and spins his cilia, creates this little vortex and then he uses that to gobble up bacteria. Nice if he got away from this big aggregate so we can get a better look at him here. Oh, got a little peek of his mouth there. Come on out of there. Yeah, not too shabby. Got a rotifer. We saw an arthropod. Checking a couple of boxes on the soil food web. And now we know we need some mycorrhizal. Gotta do a ground seed mix or grind up some oats and some fine wood chips, all sorts of fungal food to get our fungal numbers up a little bit more in this bed. So that's definitely what's missing. Yeah. Yeah, not too shabby, but I think we may wrap things up here. Let me know if anybody has any questions, or if you're watching this later, feel free to drop a comment. I'll be happy to do my best to answer. And yeah. Check out this large piece of sand here. It's always cool looking. And rotifer, do you want to come back out of there? Nope, doesn't seem interested. Must be chowing down on some good bacteria in there. Anyway, got a benchmark for this bed for the summer. I mean, leading into the summer, we'll do some more tests and see if we can get a little bit better fungal to bacteria ratio instead of pretty much just being all bacteria as we look at them wiggling around in there. So, yep, put down some inoculants, get my fungal numbers up, and other than that, it's looking pretty good. We got some goals that we learned from under the microscope. This is a Swift, what is it, the T480, I believe. It's a trinocular, not super expensive microscope. Really want to get the LW scientific scope, and that will give me epifluorescence, and then we can really start looking for fungal hyphae, because we can see the smaller actual symbiotic hyphaes that will team with the plants, and we'll actually be able to see them glow inside of plant roots. But with this scope, without the epifluorescence, all we can do is basically see the saprophyte fungus. Pretty much just like, little hyphaes like that, which are good. But really want to see the mycorrhizal inside the root glowing with the epifluorescent scope. That's going to be a huge upgrade to the microscope in my tool set. But anyway, the Swift is definitely a nice microscope, especially to start out, and you can see a pretty good amount with it. Yep. Alright, well, I think that's a wrap for this stream. Gotta work on figuring out what's up with my webcam for the next one. Yep, like, share, and subscribe. Spread it around. One of these days I might get monetized. We're pretty close, but yeah. And yeah, any money I get from this little hobby is definitely gonna go from YouTube anyway. It's gonna go straight to that microscope, so we can bring you any much better footage and all that. So, yep. Cheers, and we will catch you on the flip side. Have a good one.